Hi everyone! So I figured today we would do a little bit of a different video for my channel. I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup drawer. I did one of these back in, I want to say May, and some of the products in here have stayed the same because I keep some of the same products in my drawer at all times, but a lot of these are different. Try to cycle my makeup as best I can, so we're going to start off right here with the stuff that you see on my vanity. I'm going to go through each product and talk about it a little bit. First, have these Makeup Forever Step 1 equalizers on here. These are just primers. This one is the hydrating primer and this one is the smoothing primer. This is my tried and true. I always have this on my vanity no matter what primers I'm using at the moment. And since my skin has been a lot drier lately, I really have been enjoying this for the winter months. A couple more primers that I've been testing out are the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer and the Primed and Peachy from Too Faced. I really like this one. This one's really cooling. And this one I didn't really like when I first started using it, but I've really been liking it a lot more lately. Alright, the last two primers. This one is the Ordinary High Adherent Silicone Primer. I bought this and I've only used this about 3 or 4 times and it's almost completely gone. So I tried to write to Sephora and they basically just gave me points, but this primer is only $5. I really do recommend this primer if you're looking for a new primer and don't really want to spend money on a new one. And then I have the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. This is just a little guy. I do recommend this primer. It's not my absolute favorite, but I do like it. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit just to go through the foundations I have been working on. I first have been working on the Maybelline new 24-Hour Superstay Foundation. It's right here. I have to mix the shades 128 and 220. And then I've been working on the new Jouer Foundation. I have no opinion on that foundation yet at all. The EX1 foundation I've used a couple times and that is pretty nice. And then the Peach Perfect foundation I especially like for a day-to-day wear. The first concealers I've been using this month are my Naked Skin concealers. I have the shades Medium, Light Warm, and Light Neutral. I'm just trying to use these up and get them out of my collection. Okay, so same with this one. This is the Rainforest of the Sea concealer. I'm trying to use this up as best I can. I'm also trying the new NARS foundation. I have 3 little sample shades here. This is really good. I really do like this foundation. I think I'm just having my hard time finding my shade. Last but not least, up here I have my setting spray of the moment. This is my Milani spray. You can see I had it in a project pan and I'm almost done with this. Okay, so this is my everyday makeup drawer. I keep new products in here. I keep products that I would like to give some more attention to. Project Pan products, just everything that I currently want to use this month. Let's first start with this little thing of compacts. It is no secret to anyone that I'm a big bronzer fan, but some of these are bronzers, some of these are blushes, and some of these are face powders that I am currently working on. First powder I want to talk about is this Makeup Forever Duo Matte Powder. I have been loving this. So this is a powder foundation, but I use this to set, hi camera, I use this to set my foundation. I love this. I am in the shade 203 in this powder. Next powder I have up here is the Kat Von D blotting powder. I have the shade Fair. Nicole had actually given this to me and I've been using this under my eyes and I've really been liking it. Another face powder. This is the Pure 4-in-1 powder. I have the shade Light Tan. I got this in my last haul, which you have not seen yet. I will put in the cards above. But yes, I have been liking that as well. Some blushes. I have the Milani blush in Romantic Rose and the Too Faced blush in Baby Love. These are some great blushes that I like wearing in the wintertime. Some bronzers. This is Bobbi Brown Golden Light. I especially like using this in the wintertime because it is a matte bronzer and I can contour and bronze with it. This is MAC Gimme Sun, which is just a staple in a lot of people's collections. And then this is the Wet n Wild Press powder in the shade Cocoa. I actually use this as a bronzer. I don't like the actual powder on my face, but I do like using it as a bronzer. And then you guessed it, more bronzers. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I really like this. The Elcie bronzer in medium. Oh my god, if you guys have not tried Elcie bronzers yet, they blend like a dream. And then 2 drugstore options. I have the Lottie London Tan Time bronzer and the matte bronzer in medium from NYX. Behind this I had Patrick's powder, which I have been absolutely loving lately to not only bake but to set my entire face with. I have my Marc Jacobs bronzer, which is coming back extremely soon. I love this. This always stays in my drawer no matter what. So does my MAC blush palette. because these are just staples and I love using these all the time. You can see when I depotted this one, it got a little broken, but I love my MAC blush palette, and if you've never checked out MAC blushes, I highly recommend them. So this container right here is from Ikea. These are pretty much the things that I put some new products in, things that I would like to put some attention to, things of that nature. The first thing I see right here is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the shade Deep. This is the new formula, the new shades, but you can see it's definitely a little bit deeper than the regular butter bronzer, and I'm very excited to try this because the original butter bronzer was not deep enough for me at all. I have the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Airbrush Illumination Powder. This is in the shade Medium. Cole had just given this to me and it seems like it has really, really good coverage, especially for a powder. So I'm excited to try that out. I have my NYX Glitter Glue, which I love. I think that this is a total dupe for the Too Faced Glitter Glue. I have my NARS Crystal Powder, which I am still trying to pan, unsuccessfully, but I am still trying to pan it. The rest over here are all face products. This is the Lisa Frank bronzer with Glamour Dolls. Yes, I own a lot of bronzers. I keep a lot of bronzers in here. I like options. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter in the shade Champagne. I'm still forming an opinion on this. I don't know how I feel. This is a Sephora blush in the shade So Euphoric. I bought this because of Katie, Luster Lux. And this is the sleek blush in the shade Coral that I had talked about in my top 10 under 10 video, which I'll link above in the cards. I have my new blush obsession in here. This is the shade Dallas from Benefit. Oh, this is just so beautiful. I have a little sample of the Bye Bye Pores powder, which I always keep in here. If I feel like a foundation is not doing my pores justice, I just throw a little bit of this on there. And then I have one of my favorite blushes from the entire year. Yes, guys, a favorites video for the year 2017 is coming, but these are the Makeup Forever powders. This blush I believe is in the shade B306 or 308. I'll put it down below, but I love these powders. They are incredible. I highly recommend them if you have not picked them up. So then we move on to this little section. I have yet another bronzer. This is my Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess bronzer. I find this is extremely comparable to NARS Refined Golden, which is why I love it so much. I have two palettes. I have my Charlotte Tilbury palette, which is incredible, and I also picked up in that haul. I just have a palette of some singles I've put together, some Makeup Geek, some ColourPop, and some Anastasia. Up here I have some just eye products that I have not either tried out yet or I would like to try out. I have two glitter products. This is the ColourPop Supernova Shadow in the shade of Moonlit. This is beautiful. Let me swatch this for you guys. So this is the Supernova Shadow in the shade Moonlit, and then this is the Steel Liquid Shadow in the shade Bronzed Belle. That is beautiful. I have a handful of eyeshadow pens that Nicole had recently given me to try out, and I have some Urban Decay eyeliners. And then I have all of the new Wet n Wild palettes. I have Rosé in the Air, which I have used and I really enjoy. I have, what is this, Comfort Zone, which I have not used yet. I have this one, I think it's called Life's a Peach, which is beautiful. I have Walking on Eggshells, and I also have, this one's called like Rosé. I bought these online when they had a sale, and I just picked up all of them. What I usually do with things in this middle section is once I use them once or twice, I'll put them back into my collection just so I can form an opinion on them. And then over here, I have a couple things that I am currently trying to use up. I have my Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. You can see it's getting extremely low. And my Urban Decay Beach Bronzer, which you can see I have hit a serious pan on, and I'm trying to use that up. And then in here, I just have a bunch of single shadows. They are mostly L'Oreal and ColourPop over there. And here I just have some products that just like need my attention. They're not necessarily going bad or anything. I think they just need my attention. So I have my Marc Jacobs lip glosses in Sugar Sugar and Pretty Thing. A couple ColourPop eyeshadows that I believe will be drying out soon. And then just some lip liners that are near the end of their life. And then this is really exciting, you guys. This is a Laura Mercier shadow stick in copper. Look at that. I'm like almost done using that. So that's definitely going to be in my project pan for 2018, which is coming, I promise. So that's what I just keep over here. I also have this Tom Ford lipstick that my mom bought me for Christmas. Oh my god, this is beautiful. This is in the shade Universal Appeal. I like still keep it in the box, but I've worn this like 3 times already. This is just like a perfect nude for me. And this packaging is beautiful. I keep e.l.f. wipes in here at all times because I use them for swatches and I use them when I'm doing my makeup to like clean anything up. This drawer right here is the only other little container or anything of everyday stuff that I use. Everything else is pretty much storage. So in here I have my 3 mascaras that are currently open. I have the Maybelline Total Temptation. I highly recommend this if you have not checked it out already. The Essence Volume Stylist. And the Lancome Monsieur Big, I'm saying that wrong, but it's a really good mascara. It's a natural bristle wand, which I usually don't like, but I like it. I have my Soft Ochre Paint Pot, which I use as an eye primer. I have my MAC Black Track eyeliner, which I use for a gel eyeliner. My 2 brow gels that are open at the moment, my Makeup Forever one, which I highly recommend, and my Soap and Glory one. Again, highly recommend. This is my Lancome eyelash primer. And then just a boatload of liners. 2 liquid liners, one from NYX and one from Lottie London. And these are just a Lottie London, Maybelline, and MAC eyeliners. Alright everyone, so that is going to do it for my everyday makeup drawer. Please let me know if you actually like this video, if you want me to do these every so often. I can do one like every 3 months. Let me know down below if you're curious about any of the products I had shown. Maybe I can do more detailed reviews on them. But until then, remember, you is kind, you is smart, you is important. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!